Now the Chief Operating Officer for Central Carolina Grocers, the Grand Marshal, John W. Moore.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
With those 4 words, 42 cars fire to life. It's the largest field in the history of this 50-year-old facility. The pride and joy of the Clay Earls. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. In his 97th career start, Kenny Wallace wins his first pole position. His career best finish was here in 94, a 4th. Joe Nemechek ties his career best start outside row 1. Jeff Gordon has 7 poles and 4 wins here. Jeff Bodine does. Jeff Gordon, the winner of last race here. Ricky Rudd, best start of 1997, starts 5th, and alongside will be Hut Strickland. Starting 7th, Terry Labonte in his 550th NASCAR Winston Cup start, and Bobby Hamilton, who won the pole and finished 3rd here last fall. Bill Elliott in his 30th Martinsville race starts 9th, and Kyle Petty is in his 34th Martinsville race starting 10th. In the 11th position, Jimmy Spencer was his best finish of 97 last week at Bristol. Ted Musgrave, 2nd in the 1995 Goody's Heady Powder 500. Starting 13th, Robert Presley, and 14th, 4th in points, Bobby Labonte.
And starting 15th, the driver who's won this race 4 times in a row, Rusty Wallace. On the outside, Mike Skinner. DW starts in 17th spot. On the outside will be Ward Burton. And then Ward's younger brother, Jeff, will start in the 10th row alongside Lake Speed. Back in the 10th row, 11th row is Morgan Shepherd on the inside, Johnny Benson on the outside. Dale Jarrett, the points leader, starts back in 23rd alongside Derek Cope. Dale Earnhardt, 7-time champion in row 13 alongside Ken Schrader. And in the 14th row on the inside, John Andretti and Steve Grissom.
And in row 15, we find Jeremy Mayfield in the car number 37. And Ernie Irvin finished 2nd here last year from the backstretch, so you can do it in the Texaco Ford. Dick Trickle on the inside of row number 16, along with Rick Mast, who's ailing today. We'll talk more about that later on. Chad Little, with a good run last year, starts inside 17th row, along with Michael Waltrip driving the local Wood Brothers Ford. And in row number 18, it's Ricky Craven, his first race since his injury at Texas, and Mike Wallace. And in the 19th row will be Brent Bodine and Sterling Marlin, the last 2 drivers to earn positions in qualifying. And in row number 20, Mark Martin with a rare provisional start, and Robbie Gordon, one of the rookie drivers. And in row 21 will be Dave Marcus and Bobby Hillen.
And those drivers who failed to qualify include Gary Bradbury, Lance Hooper in substitution for Greg Sachs, Billy Standridge, Randy McDonald, and David Green. Those 5 drivers went home. Here's Mark Martin's onboard camera. He starts there at the back of the field.
There's we see Michael Waltrip, Zitco car, Rusty Wallace's Miller Lite automobile, Ted Musgrave, the Prime Star Family Channel, and we see Jeff Bodine and also our pole sitter, Kenny Wallace.
And we're about ready to go racing.
Coming down for the start, green flag is out. The first lap that Joe Nemechek has ever led here at Martinsville, and the first lap he has led in 1997, and the cars get bunched up over on the back stretches. Mike Skinner has a problem.
Yes, he does, and they really did get bunched up. Brent Bodine and Sterling Marlin got together. Skinner's car just barely moving. Don't know what the problem might be, but something has gone awry with his Chevrolet.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of grills that's been banged up on that backstretch that jumble up there. And a spin down in the corner. Looks like Steve Grissom is going around.
Steve Grissom, driving with a broken foot, suffered last week at Bristol. That car is in the middle of the racetrack. No caution yet. The car is still right in the middle of the racetrack. Now we have a caution.
Well, it's a little bit too late for Steve Grissom. He went a lap down. He's going to try to race back.
31 car. Mike Skinner is going to have a problem when he comes off the second corner. And watch, we see Mike Waltrip's already 3 abreast as he come off the corner. And watch these cars that they start trying to stop. In front of them, Skinner has stopped. And we see the 4 car is going to have no place to go. He gets booted from behind, almost spins out. You see Mike Wallace, the Spam car, and there we see the dead duck in the water, the 31 car of Skinner.
And from the Pennzoil copter cam overhead, we get a good panoramic look at what happened down below. There's Waltrip being forced high, and Skinner there way up toward the wall as the car was faltering coming off the corner. And oh, Sterling Marlin nearly spun into, who was it, Ricky Craven?
Ricky Craven, almost a 25 car on the inside.
And then when they came around again in the second corner, Steve Grissom got sideways.
Might have had a little help from behind there.
But everybody else scrambled and avoided him, but the caution is out for the first. The crowd rises to its feet again. We have the restart, and Joe Nemechek remains up front. That's Jeff Gordon running second. Pole sitter Kenny Wallace is third, and Hut Strickland is looking for a way around.
And Chad Little is losing oil over the racetrack. He's slipping and sliding, almost spinning out. And we see the damage to the nose of his car.
And look at the leaders coming in. They've been told that there's oil up there, and a couple of them, Jeff Bodine getting sideways.
He spins, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I couldn't help it. That oil was so much there that you get in the wheels, and it's just like being on ice.
Yep.
And once again, the caution flag comes out, but some heavy damage to the nose, the left front nose of Jeff Bodine.
And here is Chad Little laying down the oil.
So you know that he's losing oil because we see him just at the speed he's going, he's almost spinning out. Mark Martin tries to get on the inside. Now here comes the leaders. Joe Nemechek on the left side of your screen is the leader. He goes in the corner. He tries to go above the oil. So does Jeff Gordon. But they get in it, and up the hill they go. Kenny Wallace tries to come on the inside. Now Jeff Bodine gets right in the oil. He saves it once, and then he spins, goes down, and boom, runs into Kyle Petty's right rear tire.
And from Jeff's onboard camera,
See, he wasn't accelerating very heavy. He didn't have to have much power to the wheel.
coming off the corner. Here's the square D onboard camera as Kenny Wallace tries to work to the outside of Jeff Gordon. And Grissom still trying to get his lap back up there to your left.
And Elliott spins down the backstretch on the inside wall. Pretty good contact with the right front.
No caution yet.
And Grissom is going to be the back. He gets that lap back.
Now there's a caution. But they did not take the caution flag that time. I think Steve's still going to have to come around and be ahead of now leader Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, he needs to race on back. Evidently, his spotter has told him that, so he's running hard into turn 3. I don't think that Gordon will just bust his can to try to beat Steve Grissom back. Let him get that lap back, and he's going to do it.
All this heavy traffic, Ned, you're right. There are some serious cars in front of them, in front of the leader, Jeff Gordon.
So this is where Kenny Wallace can make some headway here by
Robert Presley. Yeah, he and Robert Presley got together, and Robert Presley's going to try to move back on the inside of him going into turn 3. He had just put a lap on Presley.
On there, Presley gets a little nudge from the 16th from behind. Well, it's with Jeff Gordon. He goes in the corner behind the 30 car. He goes and starts to go on the outside. He says, no, I can't do that. And go back to the inside, and he turned back over turn 2.
You see exactly what Benny will be talking about. Right there. You see he gets a little bit of a nudge. He came back down into Robert Presley, and that's all it took, just a little bit of a nudge.
Valvoline tire oil onboard camera. And we have a spin. No, we don't either.
Almost a spin.
Almost a spin. Radio Shack field summary now.
And we do have a spin now up here in turn 4. Jeff Bodine.
And looks like Mike Wallace is also involved. Wallace gets going the right way, and the 7 car of Bodine is going the wrong way. This is the replay of what brought out the caution. That is the 7 car of Bodine spinning, and look at the hit that he takes right there from Mike Wallace.
You really can't see it. All we can see is a 7 car move sideways. But there's a lot of damage to the right side of Jeff Bodine's car. Here we're riding along with Jeff Bodine. He goes down in turn 3.
Wow. Looked like when he got back on the gas, it just spun out from under him, didn't it?
And here's from our camera on the front stretch wall.
It's hard to say. There might have been some contact there. Hard to say.
But definitely contact between Bodine and Mike Wallace.
In his square D Ford, number 81. Here's Earnhardt and Ricky Craven, Dale Jarrett, all racing for position. That's 15th through 17th.
We have a spin. Nemechek and Cope off of corner 4. Caution out. Replay. Watch the left of your screen.
That's Nemechek in the 42. Comes off the corner, gets on the gas, and gets in the back of the 36 car. Cope keeps the accelerator on, trying to spin out of harm's way. He actually did spin out of harm's way and really didn't hit it. Dives down to the inside. He must have known there was going to be room there because
200 laps to go. Now 199. Oh, he's having a heck of a time getting around Kenny. And
yes, he is. And Schrader once again holds him off, to the delight of the pro Earnhardt fans here in the grandstands, because they want him to hold up Jeff Gordon, because his next victim will be Dale Earnhardt to put a lap down.
Here he comes up once again. Awfully close. Just say, hey, I'm still here, Kenny.
In case you didn't look in your mirror that time, I'll let you know I'm here.
looks like he's going to give him another little bump.
Yeah, he's going to try it on the outside.
Well, that didn't work either, not that time.
He motions to Kenny. Come on, man, let me by. Okay, up the hill he goes. Let's try it this time.
Oh, man. Schrader's got some great oasis.
And here comes Jeff Gordon. He's trying. He's a little bit ahead. But here comes Earnhardt fighting back.
Well, he's trying desperately to stay on that lead lap, just like Ken Schrader did. But right now, he's a lap down. Ted Musgrave comes into the pits.
Oh, some contact between the 24 and 3. And Jimmy Spencer, he's trying everything he knows to stay in front.
Well, you got to be careful. You can mash a defender real easily here and get a tire rubbing.
Earnhardt drives up on the outside of Spencer and passes Jimmy Spencer to take the spot away.
This is 14th and 15th place, Spencer and Earnhardt.
And right behind the 33 is the second place car, Bobby Hamilton.
Look at this, how Hamilton has closed in and taken the advantage completely away from Jeff Gordon. Well, this thing is going to get interesting here. Looks like Jeff is going to be able to lap Jimmy Spencer, and you can't forget about Kenny Schrader either, who's right behind him.
Oh, the leader goes around.
He goes.
And the second place car goes by, I don't think there's much damage.
I don't think there's much damage to Jeff's car. Looks like there was some damage to Hamilton's car, though. Wow. He's got donuts all around, but I don't see any smoke. But look at Bobby Hamilton's right rear.
The right rear is about ripped off. Here we go. There's Spencer in the 24. The 24 goes up the hill, slides up the hill, but now he starts coming back down. And he and Spencer make contact, and Jeff does a great job. Nails the gas, does a 360.
And Dale Earnhardt said, Yahoo! Because he was right in front of him, went all the way around, and stayed in the lead lap.
So what is Bobby Hamilton hit his right rear quarter panel
on Jeff's left front, or right front.
Must have known Jimmy Spencer. He must hit Jimmy Spencer. Well, let's see.
No, it comes right.
But Sterling Marlin.
There.
Sterling Marlin. He hit the left front of Sterling Marlin, I believe, and tore up the right rear. Let's see if we can tell from Jeff Gordon's. No, he's behind us, so we won't be able to see anything. Going right almost a complete lap. Going down in turn 1. Earnhardt slides up the hill. I guess Jeff learned that in the old midget days when they would spin. You know, they didn't have starters. They had to keep the thing running. So when they got sideways, they just nailed the gas.
Got his lap back on that also. He was right there, so he got around the leaders. And see, he's the green car up there. We'll watch the crowd reaction to all of this.
Well, I don't know who they're cheering for, but
that is amazing. Look at those people.
I think we got a lot of Rusty Wallace fans down there in that particular section.
Or Dale Earnhardt fans.
Let's get down to Bill at Rusty Wallace from his Miller Lite on board to see how he got through this mess. Boy, there's a cloud of dust. You just have to hope that there is no car sitting in front of him.
Chad Little's situation today. He made contact. He goes back around the racetrack, and he's losing oil. He goes down the corner. The oil gets under the wheels, and around he goes. Spins out in his own oil. Backs across the curb. There we go. And he almost backs in the tow truck. And the tow truck wisely goes on by and finally gets it in gear and goes around to the pit area. To his pit area, they've taken the hood off and they're trying to fix the oil line.
It's lap 359 complete, green on lap 360.
Jimmy Spencer, I did not realize, he is a lap down.
Yeah, he got lapped in that fourth turn melee up there when he and Jeff Gordon got together. He's trying desperately to get back on the lead.
And there's the hood. The 25 car hits a 37 or something, and the hood is over the windshield, and Ricky can't see a thing.
Oh, what a tough break for him. Must have sheared the pins off that holds the hood. Well, that's going to cost him. He was one of those 15 cars that was on the lead lap.
Boy, you're driving by the seat of your pants. He's made it to the entrance road over to the backstretch pits. And Craven arrives in his pit, John Kernan.
And you're exactly right. The two middle hood pins have been sheared off when he made the contact. So the crew.
He looks again coming off of turn 4, but he can't quite do it.
Hamilton comes off the corner high every time down in turn 4, and that gives and boy, Gordon got a substantial bump there from Rusty. Don't count out Kenny Wallace, who's staying right up there with the leaders.
Here's a spot that Ned said was his better spot. At that time, as he tried to turn under, the back end jumped out a little bit, not able to make the move.
Martin just moved over and let Ricky Terry Labonte go by.
And now Rusty Wallace has ideas of maybe trying to do something on the outside.
Okay.
Give it a whirl.
It works, yeah. But Gordon has ideas on the inside.
And nobody's passing anybody.
Well, maybe now.
Jeff has a good chance here because Hamilton again comes off the fourth corner wide. He says again, that gives
Bobby led that lap. But Jeff does have the preferred line there. Certainly his car seems to work better on the inside.
Wheel to wheel down the backstretch. First and second, Gordon and Hamilton. And Rusty looks on from third. Now Jeff is going to get the lead and lead that lap.
This is exactly what NASCAR would like to have, a Chevrolet Ford and a Pontiac running 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Throw a blanket
Starter and the early leader of this race. And he's what, 16th?
One lap down.
This is Jeff Bodine's QBC onboard camera, and there's a Napa Field summary. Boy, Jeff has had a tough afternoon from the very beginning of the race. He's only 2 laps down, though, which isn't all that bad in 22nd. But, boy, that has a lot of damage to it on the front of the... Whoa, we have Derek Cope spinning again.
Hadn't been long since he was down there in that position, not up on the wall like he is right now. But caution is out.
Yep, caution is out. Well, he hit the water barrels back there and put a little moisture down on the racetrack.
those barrels protecting the cars as they come off the corner without hitting that wall. And there we see Cope coming down the backstretch.
Let's take a look at it again.
Heavy traffic here, and it looks like Johnny Benson on the left of your screen might have touched Cope, sent him around backwards into the end of the wall there where those water barrels are.
I would say you're right.
Most of the water, however, looks like is in the pit area back there on the backstretch.